All right, let's get right off into it. A few people sent me this asking me, is it true? You are going to get a 74% increase on your taxes if you make between 15K and 30K. Before I answer the question, I want you to do what I do. When I'm confused about legislation or IRS changes, I go to congress.gov. They have all the answers for you to all your questions, or you can go to irs.gov if it has something to do with taxes. Now, when it has something to do with a new bill that's passed and is waiting to get signed into law, like the one big beautiful bill, you could go to the House Ways and Means Committee website. You could get all the updated info. So you don't have to listen to anything anybody says on social media. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to give you the tax brackets that are on the websites I showed you. You could go look it up yourself, but if you don't got time, I did everything for you. I'm going to give you the tax brackets if the bill passes. The tax brackets will be 10%, 12%, 22%, 24, 32, 35, 37. Most of y'all don't got to worry about the 37 because you don't make that much money. But most people are in the 10%, 15%, and well, 10%, 12, and 22. I'm saying 15 because if it doesn't pass, the 12% tax bracket will go up to 15%. The 22% tax bracket will go up to 25%. So you will have to pay 25% in taxes instead of 22% for most people. So if the bill does not pass, it will go up. Now, if it does pass, it will stay down what it is currently. Okay. So to answer the question, no, it will not go up 74% if you make between 15K and 30K, according to the bill. So that was misinformation. Okay, so now that I got that out the way, I'm going to give you some of the highlights of the bill. First, I'm going to give you the good, then I'm going to give you the bad, then I'm going to give you the ugly. It may affect you, it may not. But as the bill currently stands, this is what it is. If the bill passes, this is for business owners, the QBI will go up from 20% to 23%, meaning your qualified business income deduction will go up from 20 to 23, and it will be permanent. That means if you make 100,000, you'll be able to automatically deduct 23,000 from your income. That's a good thing. You want to be able to deduct more so your taxes are less. Now, there are a few things that may not affect you, like they're bringing back 100% bonus depreciation. So if you buy equipment for your company, you can write it off in the same year. So if you spent $1 million, you can write off $1 million in that year. And that's different than Section 179 because you could do Section 179 with a vehicle that weighs over 6,000 pounds. They're also bringing back the opportunity zones. So if you're into real estate and you buy real estate with capital gains, you can hold it for 10 years or more, 10 years minimum, and you will pay no taxes on the gains from, let's say, if you sold stocks or the gains from the real estate after 10 years. For example, if I made 100, let's say 300,000 in stocks in profit, and I have to pay taxes on that, I can roll that over into buying real estate in an opportunity zone, hold it for 10 years, and I will not have to pay taxes on the 300,000 I took out from stocks or the money I made from real estate after 10 years. For those of you who are interested in buying real estate and you don't want to pay capital gains on your stock sales. Okay, so now I got the business owners out the way. Those are just some of the things they're doing for business owners in this new tax bill. Now I'm going to talk about W-2 employees. The majority of people who are listening to this, what they plan on doing is raising the standard deduction. The standard deduction is what most people use when filing their taxes. It lowers your taxable income. So the higher the deduction, the lower your taxes. Okay. So they're gonna raise the standard deduction from 8,300 for single to 16,600 for single head household. And for married or for families filing jointly, they're going to raise their standard deduction from 16,300 to 32,600. That is a major increase for the standard deduction. That's going to be good for everybody. More money in your pocket. And they're also going to raise the senior citizen deduction as well. Now, for those of you who get tips or who work a lot of overtime, they're going to eliminate taxes on overtime and tips. This is only going to be until the year 2028, and then you'll go back to being taxed on overtime. So if you make a lot of overtime, man, you're gonna be seeing a lot of that money in your pocket. They're not gonna take it out of your check. If you make 160K a year, it stops. So if you make below 160K, no taxes. Another thing they're trying to do is make it possible for people to deduct their interest from their car loan. So, you heard of deducting interest from your home loan, right? If you itemize instead of using the standard deduction, but now they're going to make it possible, even if you use the standard deduction, to deduct the interest from your car loan. So that will also lower your taxable income. Um, Another thing they're doing is doubling the amount you could put into your HSA. I tell everybody, if your job has a HSA, get it. So they're gonna go from 8,550 to 17K to 17K. That's crazy. And they're making it to where you could use that money to pay for gym memberships. You could pay for gym memberships now, and you could pay for vitamins, things like that with your HSA, up to $1,000 per year if you're married, 500 if you're not married. So basically, you could use 1,000. Well, I could use $1,000 out of my HSA to pay for gym membership. As long as my gym membership doesn't exceed $1,000 a year, I could use it for a gym membership. And if it does exceed $1,000 per year, I can only write off 1,000, or I can only use $1,000 of that, and then I would have to pay the rest cash. That's a good thing because HSA is for health, right? And fitness is a part of health, so that's cool. Another important thing that most people are interested in is the child tax credit. Now they're going to go from $2,000, that's where it's at currently, to $2,500. Okay. And this will only last until the year 2028. So they're going to go from 2,000 to 2,500. And if the bill doesn't pass, it will revert back to $1,000 per child. If it does pass, it goes to 2,500. If it doesn't, it reverts back to $1,000 per child. And then most of y'all ain't gonna like this, but they got a MAGA account where they're gonna give each child $1,000. Each child that's born um, in the year 2026, $1,000, and it grows in a some type of brokerage account until they turn 18. If you're 18, you can take the money out. You can only use it for college, getting a home or business. But if you wait till you're 30, you can use it for anything. So $1,000 and it grows for 18 years in a stock market account. I mean, in a brokerage account, and then you can use it for college, home, or business. Or if you wait till you're 30, you can use it for anything. And this is what it is, you guys. Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, everybody's going to benefit from this. And if you don't like it, you could give the money back. But me, I'm gonna take whatever they give me because this inflation is crazy right now, and you're gonna need some help out there because this actually will cause inflation to go up a tad bit more. This will increase. Okay, so the bad. This will increase the deficit by 4 trillion. Most people don't care because you don't got to pay it back. The government does, and technically, but if you dig deeper, everybody's gonna pay it back in some way or another. Eventually, maybe taxes go up. That's one way to get some of this money back. The Republicans and the Democrats have both been raising the deficit, so both parties are at fault. Our kids are gonna have to pay for this money eventually. But as of right now, the people who are paying are the people who receive Medicaid because they will have cuts to Medicaid because of this bill. The people who receive food stamps, SNAP benefits will be cut in this bill. I didn't hear anything about Section 8, but eventually that's going to be getting cut too if they're not already cutting it, little by little. They will be cutting foreign aid. So they're not going to be sending that much money overseas. Ukraine, you're going to get a pay cut. NPR will get a pay cut. The government will not be giving them money, or PBS. They already hate NPR. The NPR, they talk bad about Republicans. So I seen this coming. So if you want NPR to last, you're going to have to donate money. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I told you what we're getting, and then I told you what people will be losing because of this bill. So take it or leave it. But those are the facts.